What's going on, y'all? Uh, quick, quick little message before bed. I normally do this before bed, but it's just something that's not sitting well with me because I know for a fact that it's crazy because I do it at times too, and the Most High has allowed me to understand that we as a people we take life for granted, and even when we know what we know from God, even when we get what we get from God, we still go back, we still choose the life that's not pleasing. And I'm gonna speak for myself. Can't speak for nobody else but myself. But we give in to our situations. We give in to temptation. We give in to circumstances that lead us feeling void, feeling used, hurt, ashamed, all these things. And I can honestly say, I know better. Just being honest, I know better. But the fact of the matter is, just because I know better don't technically mean I will do better. And that's what I have to tell myself. That's what the Most High has allowed me to understand, that how can I tell anybody about him when my life is not lined up according to how he say to live? How could I tell anybody about the goodness of him when, yeah, I'm going to call it out. You a hypocrite. How you going to tell me something and you going back doing the same thing I'm doing? How can you tell me to change my life around and you doing the exact same thing I'm doing? I'm not talking about what most preachers talk about within their church, because I hear that a lot. I'm talking about we as a people. Christ said he without sin casts the first stone. I don't think nobody today can throw a stone at anybody when we all got something that we constantly battle and wrestle with. But we also tell other people, don't do as I do as I say. Nah, that ain't how it's supposed to be. Because if you love somebody, you're going to show with actions just as well, not just in words. So if you're trying to correct somebody, you're going to be an example, not just use your words. That's called having faith. Faith is the things of faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. That's in Hebrews 11. But the fact of the matter is, it's like I try to tell somebody to do something, but here it is, I go back on some certain things too. So how could I tell anybody anything? How could I make a video such as now when I go back doing some of the certain things? Hmm? The fact of the matter is, the reason why I'm telling y'all it is because we all wrestle with things. We all have certain things in our lives that we struggle with on a daily basis, but we tend to try to live according to how God has told us to live. But the fact of the matter is, we still battle. But the Bible says he endures to the end shall be saved. That's in Matthew the 24th chapter, the 13th verse. But the fact is, we wrestle with so much that we forget how to defeat it because of our pride, because of the feeling of disappointment or humiliation. Everything that we consider a blessing doesn't always begin with material things. It's a blessing to wake up every day. It's a blessing to be able to move your arms, be able to speak, be able to see, be able to walk, smell. But at times we don't take these things into consideration. We don't put value on these things because we don't value life at times. We don't value each other at times. These days, man, love is it's just like it's hard to find genuine, true love, and we take for granted of that when we have honest people in our corner. We use, we mistreat, we put to shame. But here it is, me myself. I'm telling you guys these things because I have been through. One thing I can say my father has told me as a young man. He said, "You give some of the best advice, son, but you are scared to take your own medicine." And I had to understand that he only said that because that's real. When God sits you down and break you down to get you to understand certain things, it ain't always a good sight. It ain't always something that you want to put your mind to and really understand. What the fact of the matter is, he does that to show you your faults, your mistakes, and things that you have to replace in order to receive the next blessing, in order to receive the next level. When you pray for something and to elevate, as well as praying to elevate one's life, you have to understand there's certain things we can't take with us. There's certain people we can't take with us. And you know you can't take old habits that kept you in that same state of mind frame. If he has already predestined your life, we have to understand that if you want to go to the next level in life, we have to always acknowledge him in our ways. Always have to acknowledge him in our ways. You can't, when you lean to your own understanding, you miss key steps. You miss how can I put it? You miss things such as learning how to draw your blueprint. The Bible says a man's heart devises many plans, but the Lord directs them. Without that cornerstone foundation, it's not going to stand. That's like a house built on sand. You have to have solid foundation. Anything you do in life, that's from job to owning your own business to starting your own, whatever it may be that, you feel as if you'll be good at it. You have to understand that if you put your mind on the things of above, he will give you the desires of your heart. But don't be a hypocrite of telling somebody else something and you going back doing the total opposite of what you're telling them not to do. And like I said, I speak for myself because I have done these things. I got to be real to myself and I have to be real with you. Because if I didn't be real with you, I'm not being real to myself. And myself is telling you I have done these things. Like, how can I tell you to pluck something out your eye when I haven't plucked it out my own eye? That's like the blind leading the blind. Can't do it, won't do it. So as we live and face another day, if the Most High allow us to wake up tomorrow, if it be his will, his grace, we have to understand one thing. We're not always guaranteed to wake up the next day. So whatever assignment that he's trying to get you to understand it. He has not left anyone that called on his name. He has not given double just because. He's given double because of your faith. You have to have faith in your walk. You have to understand that he gives these things, he does these things because of faith, because of the chastising, to see if your love is real. And yes, I can say it ain't always easy. And us men, we're very prideful when it comes to certain things. Me being real with you, it's not always easy. But I had to understand that letting go pride opens doors. Letting go hurt from past situations, women. Ladies, you got to understand that you are loved out here. But you have to love yourself first. To the fellas, you have to love yourself as well, man. You got to know your worth as well. To you sisters especially, love yourselves. Love yourself. Know your worth. Know who you are. Know what you want. Know who can help you get there. And it ain't always the man. In the physical. I mean, a man in the physical. But in the spiritual, we have to be Christ-like, Christ-minded, Christ ways. I know that's, Reese, man, I hear what you're saying, man, but that ain't always easy. Yeah, brother, I hear what you're saying, but I know that ain't always easy. Believe me when I tell you, it ain't always easy. But you got to fight. You got to deny yourself. You have to put off the old you. You have to pick up your burdens and allow God to pick them up the rest of the way. You have to pick them up and put them in his hands, as of what I'm saying. Allow him to carry that weight. Yeah, I dealt with a lot of things in the past. I dealt with, feeling alone. I dealt with a lot of things. Family issues. My own issues with self. But I have to tell myself, I'm better than that. I know who I am. I'm going to get past that. You got to understand, man, life, it ain't always fair. But you got to make the best of it. No matter what we do, we have to understand life is always going to roll with or without us. But we got to understand we have a life to live, so why not make the best of it? Put ourselves in tune to who gives life and who takes it away. That's the only one we should be worried about. That's the only one we should be really trying to focus on having a relationship with. Yes, I understand you would like a relationship with your parents, your significant other, your brother and sister. We all long for these things. We all wish relationships can be better. But the fact of the matter is, you got to understand one thing. Everybody doesn't have the same heart that you have. Everybody don't have the same mindset as you have. Everybody is not going to believe in what you believe. As far as spirituality, as far as religion or anything. You have to understand that God made everyone the same, but he placed in us things that's different. If everybody was the same personality, what type of world would this be? He placed in us something special. And only by his divine power and love, by understanding and fearing him, that gives us wisdom and understanding of his essence. Because his ways and thoughts are not his thoughts. So we have to understand, man, that life is precious. We have to understand that being a hypocrite ain't something that we should continue to do. And like I say, me more than others. Don't go back on your word as a man, man. All you have in this life is your word. Ladies, love yourself. Treat yourselves better. Don't allow no man to tell you what it is your worth. Know yourself. And if you don't know yourself, allow God to show you. Pray about it. The devil's gonna throw all type of distractions at you. He's gonna try to get you, oh Reese, man, what you just do earlier today? What you just say earlier today? You still gotta tell that devil, hey man, look, I gotta keep going, man. I know it's about. I know it's about. He don't want you to do what it is that you do. Because what you do could be awakening to someone that's watching you. What you do could be very vital to the person that may want to ask you a question, but he's looking at, or him or she is looking at your life and they see change. Remember that. As I get ready to sign off, man, I just ask that y'all, man, understand, man. Do as you say. And not as you say you would do, but do as you say. Because what you say don't always put action. But you have to mean it. You have to manifest. You have to pray about it. And whatever dreams and goals you have, ask God to direct our path. Let's not be hypocrites in this walk. And for those that's out here searching, man, try to live right and pray. Align yourself to what it is that you need to do. The good things shall follow. But just remember, your time is not God's time. Just remember, man, stay humble, stay focused, and let's live as we say. Let's do as we say. Let's live it. I'm out.